Hi friends, it's Katie with Lil Yogis and I'm here to offer you a fun yoga class today. I know it's hard right now, I know we're stuck at home, I know we're getting probably a little stir crazy, but here's just another activity for you to do and have fun. It has a little game involved at the end, so stay tuned, it'll be fun. But let's get started as we always do. So sit in crisscross applesauce. As we always start, feel nice and easy. Make sure you have some room around you to move and feel nice and relaxed. Here we go. We always start our yoga class the very same way. Hands up, wiggle your fingers, roll your shoulders and straighten your back. Bring your arms up and everybody clap. Om. And remember, Om means peace. That's right. And peace means good job. Be kind to everyone, as always. All right, let's wiggle it nice and loose to be nice and warm. Can you wiggle your nose? 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 Can you wiggle your legs? 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 Can you wiggle your elbows? What do they look like? That's right, chickens. Buck, buck. Can you wiggle your elbows? Buck, buck. Can you wiggle your elbows? Buck, buck. Can you twist from side to side? Twist from side to side. Twist from side to side. Twist from side to side. Can you reach arms up big and long and give yourself a big hug? Squeeze. Reach arms out big and long and give yourself a big hug. Squeeze. One more time, reach arms out super long. Stretch, 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 and squeeze. Can you wiggle everything at once, everything at once, everything at once, and freeze? And everything at once, everything at once, everything at once, and freeze. One more time, everything at once, everything at once, everything at once, and freeze. Good job. Put your feet together. Let's remember, how do we say this pose in Sanskrit? That's right, Baddha Konasana. Let's say it all together a little faster. Ready? Baddha Konasana, Baddha Konasana, Baddha Konasana, which means butterfly. So let's flap your wings, flap, flap your wings, flap your wings, flap, flap your wings. Can you walk your hands front and walk your hands back and walk your hands front and walk your hands back? Can you flap your wings, flap, flap your wings, flap your wings, flap, flap your wings? Can you go to one side and the other side and to one side and the other side? Can you flap your wings, flap, flap your wings, flap your wings, flap, flap your wings? Can you look up high to the sky, arch your back, chin to chest, curve your back? High to the sky, arch your back, chin to chest, curve your back. Here we go. Can you flap your wings, flap, flap your wings, flap your wings, flap, flap your wings? Can you reach arms up high to the sky and low to your toes and high to the sky and low to your toes? Maybe touch your nose to your toes. Oh my goodness. All right, let's stand on up. Here we go. What's the first thing we have to do when we stand up? That's right, our sun dance. So here we go. You can stay straight and just turn this way as the beautiful camera angle. Here you go. Reach your arms up and touch your toes. Make your back flat. Here we go. Walk your feet back to downward dog. La-di-da. Hold 1, 2, 3. Plank, knees, chaturanga. Pull up to cobra and hiss like a snake. Baby snake, slithering snake, party snake, sleeping snake. Wake up snakes, press back to downward dog. Lift one leg up and say woof, woof, woof. Wiggle your foot around and bring it to the ground. Lift the other leg up and say woof, woof, woof. Wiggle your foot around and bring it to the ground. Walk your feet back to your hands. Reach your arms up together and in. Good job, Lil Yogis. We just did the sun dance. Good job. Alrighty, here we go. So let's bring our legs together. It's now time to do, all right, that's right, our moon dance. So reach your arms up and touch your toes. Make your back flat. Here we go. Step your right leg back. Lower your knees and toes. Come on up to moon pose. Look up at the sky and free your foot. Tuck your back toes, lengthen your back knee, and step back to plank. Good. And then as you lower all the way down, here's your challenge today. Don't lower your knees and lower all the way down in one piece. Then come up to lift your thighs and you're in upward dog. Press back to downward dog. Step your right foot forward, lower your knees and toes. Now you're in moon pose. Lower your hands down, tuck back your knees and toes, and step back to downward dog. La, di, da, hold 1, 2, 3. Walk your feet back to your hands. Reach your arms up together and in. Good job. You just did the moon dance. Awesome. All right, let's do our triangle standing series. Here we go. Step with your right foot forward first and your left foot back. Your arms out long and strong for your triangle. And here we go. Triangle, triangle, triangle pose. Lean to the side and touch your toes. Look up at your hand and down to your toes. And that's how we do our triangle pose. Bend your front knee, straighten your back, and you're in warrior 2. Just like that. Bring your back arm forward, square your hips, and you're in warrior 1. Perfect. Here we go. Focus, focus, focus. Hands come in. Find your spot on the floor. Lift up your back leg and you're in warrior. That's right, 3. Hand can come to the floor. Other arm toward the sky. Twist open and you're in half moon pose. Come to stand. 1, 2, 3. Switch. Now you have your left foot forward and your right foot back. Triangle, triangle, triangle pose. Lean to the side and touch your toes. Look up at your hand and down to your toes. And that's how we do our triangle pose. Bend your front knee, straighten your back, and you're in warrior 2. Just like that. Bring your back hand forward, square your hips, and you're in warrior 1. Good job. Here we go. Focus, focus, focus. Hands come together. Find your spot on the floor. Lift up your back leg and you're in warrior. That's right, 3. Now, hand comes to the ground. Other arm toward the sky. Open everything and you're in half moon pose. Good job. Stand on up. And then let's sit in crisscross applesauce to hear what we're going to do today. First, I would like us to review some of our tricky poses that we've learned so far. You're my big kids, and I know that you've been doing so great at them. So, I figured you could practice them. Be sure that if you feel a little unsafe or uncomfortable, that you can have an adult help you. Maybe your parent or your caregiver, whoever you'd like. Just make sure that they're ready to go just like you are. Maybe have them do this warm-up with you. So, our first tricky pose that we're going to talk about is lotus. As we remember, this is kind of a tricky way to do crisscross applesauce. So let's review. Here we go. So you start with your legs kind of open like you would for butterfly. Then you're going to stick your left foot out to this side so that you have some room to work with. Now, remember rocking the baby? I want you to wrap your arms around your ankle and around your knee. Rock the baby from side to side, feeling nice and steady. And then go ahead and place that foot down. Now, you can place it down on the ground or you can place it on top of your other foot. This is the first part of lotus. And then you can lean back, grab the other one, and place it on top. You're kind of all wrapped up like a pretzel. Remember, if this doesn't feel too comfortable, you don't have to take the second foot to the top. You can leave it right underneath and just have one foot on the top. You might want to try both sides because remember, sometimes we're a little different on each side. Maybe you can let me know which side is better. So that's lotus. I hope you have some time to work on it. Maybe when you're watching TV during this stay-at-home time, you can play with your lotus and see if it gets more comfortable each day to just sit with maybe both feet up. Alrighty, let's work on another one. This one is 3 poses in one. So we're gonna go from pigeon to swan to mermaid. All right, you ready? I'm gonna back up a little so you can see me. But first things first. Sit on your knees just like this. Remember, I'm sitting on my knees. I'm not up, I'm sitting. I put my hands in front of me and I'm gonna tap my left leg. And then I'm gonna shoot my left leg back, just like that. Simple, simple, simple. Now this front knee in front of me is kind of in the way. So I take this foot and I pull it under towards that other foot. Now, some of us get confused and we want to pull it this way. That's not quite right. I want you to pull it right underneath you like that. Now you're in pigeon. If you want to lay down, you have a ball in pigeon and you can be all relaxed. I'm going to turn this way a little so you can see me. You're still in pigeon. Now, remember, if I sit up and all I do is bend my back foot, I'm in swan. It's crazy how it goes from pigeon to swan, pigeon to swan. Alrighty, from swan, we can become mermaids. I know, only in the world of yoga can you do these fun things. The same leg, the same hand's gonna grab and reach up and grab onto that toe. You're already halfway there into mermaid. If you wanna do a little bit more into mermaid, you bring it in, grab your foot and put it inside your elbow like a little hook, just like that. Then you can reach this arm up or down. You can reach it up and maybe you grab on with the other. And now you're in complete mermaid. I think when we talked about this last time, we thought it looked like a mermaid sitting on a rock. Isn't that crazy? But I don't know if it looks like all the mermaids. All right, friends, we're gonna do the same thing. Pigeon, swan, mermaid, but on the other side. So find yourself back just sitting on your knees. Now, remember I sent this foot back last time, so I'm gonna send this foot back this time. Shoop, there it goes. Now remember, can you correct it? Do I go this way or this way? That's right, I go this way. And I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see. But look, I'm in pigeon. And if I wanna lay down, I'm a nice relaxed pigeon. But if I sit up, I'm in pigeon still. And then if I bend my knee, I'm in swan. Ready? Pigeon, swan, pigeon, swan. Good job. Now let's make our swans into mermaids. So cool. Reach your right arm up or the same arm as your foot and grab on. Look, you're already halfway there. And all you have to do is just bend your elbow a little bit and get your foot a little closer. Then I can turn this arm up, reach this hand over and grab on. And look, I'm in mermaid. Isn't that crazy? You guys are doing so good. Alrighty, those are 4 poses that are super tricky that I only give to you big kids to work on. That means I don't give it to my little kids. It's just special for you. All right, so at home, I want you working on lotus, pigeon, swan, and mermaid. And if you forgot, all you have to do is rewind this video and I'm already there. Okay, so I have a game for us to play. This game is going to continue into next week. You know how some of our adventures are themed around places? Well, this time I thought because we're stuck at home, what if I themed the adventures around items instead of a place? Almost kind of a scavenger hunt. So The theme of this scavenger hunt, and then we will do the next class, is common household items. This means you will likely have these in your own house. There are 5 items. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I am going to give you clues. Next week, when I film another video, we'll see if you were right. So this week, I'll give you the clues. Next week, I'll tell you the answers, and guess what? Each one of these household items has a yoga pose that goes with it. Crazy. All right, you can write this down if you want, or just rewind me for later, whatever works for you. The very first item, item number 1, is this item you can sit in. And they can really be anywhere. But in your house, you'll probably find them at your kitchen table, maybe at a home office at the desk. Maybe there's one in the living room or your bedroom, but in your bedroom or living room, they might be a little bit more cushiony, where in your kitchen or office, they're a little bit more stripped and angular. Again, you can sit in these. All right, that's clue to item number 1. Item number 2. This item can be big or small. It can hold other items. And I think you will most likely see these items for packaging, or if you ship something, or if you're moving from place to place. All right, that's number 2. Number 3, this item can light up with just a flick of the switch. It can turn from off to on. It has a light bulb in it, and you'll probably see one on your nightstand or maybe in the living room, somewhere around there. All right, number 4, this item you put your feet in. Sometimes they can be really smelly. They're different sizes depending on your foot, and they can have laces or Velcro, or maybe you just slip them on. All right, our 5th and final item is something that you can lay out. It probably is on your bed. You probably have multiple of them in the house, but one of them is probably your favorite. It keeps you warm and cozy, and like I said, it can be laid out or folded up nice and tight. All right, those are the 5 item clues. What I want you to do is, if you figured out these items throughout the week, I want you to write them down on a piece of paper. I also would like you to brainstorm what pose that item would be. So if you figure out number 1 or 2, 3 or 4 or 5, maybe you guess what kind of yoga pose that would look like. We might have done one before. And then next week, we'll do them all, and you'll get to see if your answers were right. And then there'll be another scavenger hunt with even more clues. So if you thought this was a little easy, that's because it's the first one. Don't worry, I'll make it much harder next week. All right, friends, I shall see you next time. I hope you're well, and know that I do miss your craziness and your energy. And stay healthy, stay happy, and be nice to your parents. And remember, kindness to everyone. All right, let's end our class. Here we go. We always end our yoga class the very same way. Thank you all for coming. We had a great day. Thanks for coming out to pose and play. Namaste. Om. And as you remember, namaste means thank you and goodbye. And that I see you with my heart, meaning I have so much love for each and every one of you. I'll see you next week. Good luck with that scavenger hunt, and I hope you do well. Bye, guys. Thank you.